I welcome us all to this virtual meetup for the month of June. Usually, we have this meeting every last Saturday of the month, and this is last Saturday of June. And it's my pleasure to have us all here today to discuss an interesting topic. To me, I feel it's very interesting because it's um, it's like a general thing concerning all of us now in this 21st century. So first of all, I just want to, I don't know if you are, if this is your first time of joining our virtual meetup, Thinkficial virtual meetup, can I see maybe an emoji? I just want to know how many new participants we have today. And just to mention, this is welcome Moses. We're glad to have you here. It's an open call. You can invite your friends to join, and believe you me, it's going to be very interesting. It has always been very interesting. It's a new topic to talk about, and experts that are going to be discussing those topics. So today, I welcome those of you joining us for the first time, and then I hope you are going to have a great time this evening. Yes, yes, yes. So just as the comments, there's a message on the message section. You can invite your friends. You can share it. It's an open call so that others can also join and learn. So welcome to Thinkfisher Engineering Network. That's the full meaning, Thinkfisher Engineering Network. At Thinkfisher, we are into IT services. We render any kind of IT services, including web application design, graphics designing. We have trainings. Our training cuts across different level of expertise, beginners level, intermediate, or advanced level. You can reach us through our, our social media networks. We have an Instagram account. Before the end of the call, I'll be sharing the links to our social media networks on Instagram, on LinkedIn. You can follow us there to always follow up on our activities. We always have trainings. You can also message us from any of the social media network for to make inquiries for trainings, and then we also roll out some training in badges. So when that advert is out, you will also see it on our social media network, and you'll be able to participate. Yeah, so I'll be sharing the links to those network to those our social media platform before the end of this section. So that's it. And today, like I said, we'll be discussing an interesting topic: content creation in the era of AI generating tools. So there are a lot of AI tools now that we can use for our everyday activities. There are a lot of them. You want to write, you want to design. There are a lot of them out there that can make your work easier. But then, how does all of this work in the world or in the um, content creation industry or sector, as the case may be? So today, that's the topic we're going to be talking about, and we'll have a specialist in that area that will be speaking to us this evening by name Mr. Benaya Bertrand. I hope I did not murder the name. Please allow me to use Bertrand. I think that's it's easier for me. Yeah. So Mr. Bertrand is a content and brand strategist and also a digital market specialist. He has experience cutting across corporate brand strategies. He's a mentor and a coach those that are into content creation or trying to help those that are growing in that sector, mentor them. He has student course across Nigeria and outside the country, South Africa, and all of that. So to me, I feel that's a great honor to hear from a specialist of that level, and I'm happy to be here. I don't know about you. For me, I want to learn because these days a lot of people are cashing out from content creation. Me, I also want to cash out. So I don't know if we're excited to be here, but to me, I am. And then I'll be having Mr. Veteran to handle the next 30 to 45 minutes speaking to us on this interesting topic. So please, Mr. Veteran, you have the floor now. I don't know if you're excited. Let's drop an emoji, please. Clap. Let's welcome our speaker for today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. Veteran, please, you have the floor now. Thank you.
All right. Good evening. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you so much. Can you all confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, we
All
can.
right.
Thank you.
Just give me a second. I'm trying to set up my other screen.
All right, that's fine.
All right. Hello. Can you all confirm that you can hear me? Mary, can you confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, 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 I can hear
Awesome.
you.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
making use of two devices. If you notice, the one projecting my face is muted. So I hope that doesn't cause any confusion. Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be on this call. I'm not feeling the energy in the room. Please, if you're excited for this conversation, I want to see you clap. I just saw my boss just entered the room. I have to actually deliver value today. I can see my boss clapping. So just let me see the claps. Let me see the exactly. That's it. All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm super excited to be here today. To be honest, this is this is a very profound conversation we want to have. Profound and many ways inexhaustible, considering the times that we live in. To be very honest, when Thinkficial reached out to me and they informed me that I was going to be speaking on this topic, it was just in my head. I was like, where do I start from? Which one do I speak about? Which one do I leave out? Because to be honest, there are a lot of grounds to cover in this conversation. And I mean, it's a conversation that we can be had over masterclass. We still will not be able to exhaust it. But we are going to do our best today to see much ground we can cover within the time that we have. So while I was thinking about, how to speak during this discussion, different ways. There are different ways we can approach the topic. And I don't want a situation where you can participate in a meeting, and it's actually really deep, so to speak, right? Because the insights that are being communicated in the meeting is actually very profound. For example, if it's an entrepreneur or is a digital marketer, we might have people that are merely aspiring, right? They are desirous of going into these fields, but they are yet to start. So this is, I know we will have such people on this call. I also have people that are already in the field, professional content creators, and those that are also exploring AI and all of that. So we are going to be having the conversation such that I'll try to ensure that there's a synergy, so that at whatever point you are at, you are going to have at least 1-2 moments in today's meeting where you go, I didn't know that, or you go, so I finally get it, right? So I'm going to be putting up my slide. Like I said, we have a lot to consider today, so I'll try to really most of what we have. And I'm also hoping that at some point in today's conversation, we'll be able to look at, even if it's just one use case for Gen AI, a Gen AI tool. If I'm trusting that we'll be able to do that, so we'll get one use case, just walk you through it for those that will be experiencing that for the very first time. So it's not just that you came and there was a lot of talk, and you didn't actually know what to do with all that had been said. So I'm sharing my screen now. Can you kindly confirm that you can see my screen? Can we confirm that you can now see my screen?
Yes,
Awesome,
yes, you
awesome.
can see
So
it.
like I said, very interesting conversation we have today. So we'll go right into it. Content creation in the era of AI generation tools. Now, just before we go into this conversation, I need all of us to understand that. Kindly just confirm. I'm looking at my other screen and it seems that the presentation is not yet up. Is this the same for everybody? Can you see the screen?
I can see your screen.
All right. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you. All right. So we'll go right into it. So I was going to say that it's very important that we understand just how much content creation and AI tools are going to shape, are already shaping. Going to is actually a very light way to put content. AI tools are already shaping the world as we know it, and in many sense, it has already shaped the future. And if we narrow down to Gen AI tools, that's generative AI tools, which is the context for today's conversation, it's very important. And I'm just saying this as a general preface to every other thing I'm going to say. If you're on this call, by the end of today, and if you're in the Thinkficial community, you do not have the liberty to say, for instance, that, oh, AI is not my thing. We have out and some other technologies that we've experienced. Please, if you're on this call, just delete that. Whatever it is that you have, whatever it is that you are doing right now, you have to start thinking of how to integrate AI into it, how to leverage AI. So it's not a discussion, like it or you don't like it. It's something that you just have to do, right? So my actually began, my first ever use of an AI tool was Grammarly. So in my field of work, I work extensively as my work has to do with a lot of writing. So I'm predominantly a content. So the kind of content I predominantly do or create, although I still do other forms of content, but predominantly most of my content revolves around writing. And with that in mind, my first introduction to it was the use of Grammarly. I remember using it back in, I think it was in 2020, thereabouts. I was very fascinated by it because I know how long they used to take to sit after you write an entire article for a blog, or you write a long form paper. It is. I know how strenuous it used to be for me to sit down and ensure that the punctuations, the structure was right. I tried to think about how I used to do it. These days, I try to just think about how did I manage to do it, and it just amazes me because I can't think of a time when I didn't have tools like ChatGPT and the likes. So I started using Grammarly around 2021, 2022. I think ChatGPT came out around 2022 November thereabout, if I have my timeline correct. I pivoted to using ChatGPT. I used Copy AI for a while before ChatGPT came out, and from then it's just been one AI to the next, and I can't seem to stop getting fascinated by how these tools work. So that was just to give a bit of insight into how I started my journey into AI. But what is generative AI? The context for today's conversation. Now, a good majority of us already have an understanding of what it is. Generative AI is basically a type of AI that is used to create content, pretty much. So whether it's audio content, video content, simulations, codes, images, whatever it is, generative AI have the capacity, they are capable, generative AI tools are capable of generating content in whatever form. We're going to be looking at some of these Gen AI tools as we progress in today's conversation. But a few things to quickly note. Like it or not, like I prefaced just before I started, AI has come to stay. It's not a discussion of whether you want it or whether you don't want it. That's a conversation that can no longer be had. It has come to stay. And the sooner you start becoming AI compliant, the better for you. People use it since then. You just have to start thinking about how you are going to become AI compliant in whatever field it is you are working in. Today, we are speaking specifically to content creators, and I'm going to be going into that shortly. A research by McKinsey showed that Gen applications alone are going to be adding up to $4.4 trillion to the global economy annually. That's the projection. And this projection was in around 2024 thereabouts. I'm certain if we were to give a start thinking of the world of opportunities that that is present right now in our current landscape and is yet to come. And you just see that you do not have the liberty to not be prepared for when these opportunities start coming. It's only a matter of years, really. In a couple of years, anything that has to do with technology, anything that has to do with tech, media, telecoms, it just has to be connected to AI in one form or the other, or it's going to be obsolete. So if you need any more motivation, I'm still going to say it. Get in right now. Now, how do I work as a brand strategist and digital content creator. I work for an international education company. How do I use AI? So it's not just that I'm just speaking in my own life, every single day in the office. How do I leverage AI? I see myself using AI tools in many fashions, more than I can. I can't go into all the details today, but I just try to itemize about 6 of them. That every day you get to the office, like it or not, you are making use of these tools. Whether it's an ideation and brainstorming, me and ChatGPT, I feel like at this point, nobody should ever get my ChatGPT login because they can know so much about me and about my work just from interfacing with my ChatGPT, persona. So it's important that you start making use of these tools for ideation, for brainstorming, writing. I use it in writing scripts, whether it's videos that we want to shoot, whether it's for press releases that we want to release. I use it to write basically everything that has to do with my BAU activities in the office, business as usual activities that I must do every day. One way or another, I've already integrated AI into it. And there's a sense in which I don't have to think too much about getting those activities done anymore. Whether it's in research, whether it's in transcribing of meetings, getting summarizations, generating reports. That one alone is one that every time I'm like, God, thank you. Imagine you're a social media person, you've run ads for an entire quarter. You are talking tons of ads, and say in the entire quarter, you've run like 60 ad campaigns. And for each of ad campaigns, there are metrics, there are insights that you need to track. Every single month, you've done the end of the month report regarding the ad campaigns, and then it's the end of the quarter, and you need to look through all of these campaigns. You need to do like a comparative analysis of everything you've done. Where do you start from? How did we used to live? Right? So I use this every single day. And as a content creator, you definitely would be ideating and brainstorming ideas on videos. If you're into videos, you'll be transcribing. You are going to be doing research because you need to do research for your content. You are going to be generating reports, analyzing the insights that you get from the work that you are doing online. Now, to start talking about the major foundation for today's discussion, which is AI generation for content creators, content creation in the age of AI generation tools. You need to understand this. Now, just to speak a bit about what it takes to become a content creator. Now, that's a whole discussion to be had. But before you start talking about integrating AI for content, you have to first of all understand the ABCs of being a content creator. Kindly confirm that you can still hear me up until this point. Awesome. Now, you need to understand the ABCs of content creation. That's the first thing. Now, there are many things. If you speak to different people, I strongly believe that these 4 things are critical. These are the major things. Every other thing falls under categories. First of all, you want to become a content creator, or you are a content creator, you have to understand that the very critical to the work that you are doing is that first and foremost, you have to understand human psychology. You just have to understand human psychology. This is where marketing comes in. This is where understanding what kind of content would resonate with people comes in. If you are into, say you are a content creator company, or you do content creation to sell your business, or whatever the case is, you have to understand the triggers. For instance, what makes people decide to buy a product? All right, what makes people online decide that, oh, I'm going to stop and watch the video. What makes people hooked on a particular content style? You need to understand all of these things about how the human mind works. So first and foremost, you need to understand human psychology. And the next thing is you have to know your audience. Now, human psychology is where it's general in the sense everybody shares it in one form or the other. But you need to understand that as a content creator, you are not speaking to everybody. You are not creating for everybody. Everybody is not your consumer, right? So you need to first and foremost know your audience. I'm into such and such business. These are the people I'm speaking to. Or I'm into such and such field. This is the kind of people I want to reach. So understand your audience. Then the third thing is you have to master the production process. Like I said, conversation, that's a whole conversation. If you're talking about it in terms of image generation designs, that's a whole conversation. If you're talking about it in terms of creating videos, that's a whole content writer or UI video editor, you create videos, you create reels, or you design pictures, whatever it is, you master your production process. So that's where the very act of producing content comes in. But before that, see that there's already been the need to understand human psychology, to know your audience, and then to master, the production process. And then, very critical, I think a lot of content creators make this mistake. They just assume that what they need to become content creators is buy a ring light, get an iPhone with a good camera, and I'm good to go. As long as I can do ABCD, I'm good. No. To a large extent, there is a sense in which the algorithm, the platform you are using, determines your success as a content creator. If you're on TikTok, the rules of play are different. If you're on Instagram, the rules of play are different. If you're a content creator on LinkedIn, the rules of play are different. YouTube, whatever it is, you have to understand the platform that you want to use or you want to maximize, as the case may be. Now, five major phases of content creation. I'm saying all of this so we can go right into the conversation regarding how do you actually use these tools, all right? How do you use these tools in, maximizing the process of content creation, and how do you integrate it? Now, there are five major phases of content creation. The first one, like I mentioned, is the ideation phase. So in that phase, you are thinking about, what do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish, right? You're thinking about, what do I want to create content on? So that's the first phase, the ideation phase, all right? After that, you have the production phase. That phase, you start creating content, you start sending it out, you start pushing it out, people to receive and all of that. So you have the ideation phase, you have the research phase before the production phase. You have the ideation phase, the research phase where you do your research, and then you get into the creation phase. That's where production happens. All right. After the creation, you have the editing and review phase where you edit what you've done, you review what you've done, and then you have the publishing and distribution where you put it out on social media, whatever platform you want to use to churn out that content. The reason I'm going through this is because you need to actually now start asking yourself, in this entire content creation process, how do I leverage Gen AI tools in each of these key phases? How do I leverage AI in the ideation phase of my content creation? The first phase is ideation. How does AI make me more efficient, more productive in ideating, in brainstorming on contents to create? How do I identify the tools that I need for each of these creation phases? Now, if you are talking about the phase of the very act of producing, creating the content, which is the third phase, how does AI support me in that regard? What tools are going to support me? So you need to identify those tools. And then how do you master and integrate these tools into your workflow? So these three things, very critical. The first is leveraging Gen AI. How do you leverage Gen AI tools? You need to answer that question. How do you identify the tools that you need? I'm going to be walking us through a couple of these tools in a few minutes. I'm hoping that we have enough time. I'll do a quick, demo of one of the tools. We'll see how it works. If we have enough time, I'll try to ensure that we do that. Then also, how do you master and integrate these tools? For the third question, just to answer real quick, the way you master it is by practicing. Fundamental things you mustn't forget about today's conversation. Number one, you have to understand that we have gone past the era where you can have you can ask whether or not you want to enter into this field. What I'm saying is that we have gone past it. You can't say, AI is not my thing. That's the first thing I've established. The second thing is you have to start asking yourself the question, if you're already a content creator, I've identified that these are the major phases in my content creation process. These are the phases that I go through. How can I leverage AI in each of these phases? How does AI help me ideate better? How does it help me research better for my content? How does it help me create my content in itself? In what ways can it support and make my content much better in the creation and production process? How does it help me review content that I've created? And how does it support in publishing and distribution? And also, gathering of insights, knowing what is working, what's not working, all of that, you need to start getting answers to those conversations. Now, AI tools, we'll go right into the tools as quickly as possible. AI tools every creator should explore. I say explore because, truth be told, there are a lot of tools on the market. There are a lot of tools. Every once in a while, I just have fun testing out these tools. And thankfully, most of these tools, you are able to use them even if you do not have a paid account. For most of these tools, you're able to use them without a paid account. Most AI tools that I've tried out, and for most generally. All right, so I was talking about AI tools that you can still see the screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Amazing. All right, so AI tools every creator should explore. All right, now, if you're into writing, every single content creator is into writing. Why did I even say if you're into writing? If you're a content creator, you're into writing. You have to write scripts. You have to write captions. You have to write copies. You have to write sales copies if, you're actively selling something. You have to, there are content creators that say, oh, I don't write anything. I just put on the camera and it flows. Well, I admire your skill, but I think the average content creator has to write. All right, so you definitely need AI tools that help you with the writing and copywriting. And I'll just try to touch on this before I finish. So hopefully I don't forget. And Mary, you can remind me in case I forget. As much as we are talking about AI tools, it's important that I talk about skills that actually help you master integrating and using these tools. Because usually what most people hear when we talk about AI tools is, or Gen AI tools to be specific, is that, oh, you no longer have any work to do. Just put it into AI and that's it. Your work is done. No, your work is not done. You are just, because of AI, because of Gen AI tools, you've just been called to work differently. All right, you've just been called to work differently. That's what it is. It's not that you no longer have work to do. Just as when we started using computers, we didn't stop working, but we now work differently. And you have to understand that to a large extent, you would get from AI. AI is going to be a reflection of the creativity that you bring to it. So as a content creator, it's not a get out of jail free card where it's like, oh, no more work, no more responsibility for you. You're just going to blow overnight. AI is here, going to make you a champion without any effort. Definitely that's not the case. So for writing and copywriting, I'm sure every one of us here already knows ChatGPT. If you don't know ChatGPT, please go online, just search ChatGPT. I find it very funny when people say, especially as content creators, you don't have a ChatGPT account. How? Have an account. ChatGPT helps you with brainstorming. ChatGPT actually, even for me, it actually helps me maximize other AI tools. Because we're going to talk about, when I speak about the skills that help you master the use of AI tools, one of the things I'm going to speak about is prompt engineering. And for me, ChatGPT is actually the Obunge prompt engineer. So you use ChatGPT to better prompt every other AI tool that you are going to be using. It's just beautiful when you think about the possibilities that we have. So ChatGPT, brainstorming, run your ideas by it. Use it to get ideas on what content to create. Use it to let it create personas on ChatGPT. I think this is something most people don't do. You just go to ChatGPT, and this is not a prompt engineering class in any way, but they just go to ChatGPT and they are like, oh, give me 5 things, this and that, and that's just it. They don't prompt it really accurately. All right. And it's important that you know how to prompt these AI tools. To a large extent, it's about prompting them right that gets you the kind of results that you want. So for ChatGPT, I'll just give you a quick hack. Create personas on ChatGPT. You want to talk to ChatGPT regarding something on marketing. Ask yourself, who is the best marketer, right? If you're talking about Alex Imozi, if it's a copywriter, you're talking about Joe Sugarman, just tell ChatGPT, bro, you are Joe Sugarman. I feel like, and I've actually had people still confirm that they've had better results when they prompt ChatGPT using personas. So whatever it is you're prompting ChatGPT, always give it a persona. I feel like it gives it, it's a language learning model. So it gives it a better way to actually prime the data that it has, or to prompt data that it has to get to the kind of response you're looking for. ChatGPT, all right? Copy AI is for doing quick copies. But at the end of the day, you don't just want to go in there, oh, give me a copy. I want to sell to high school students how they should write a first class. And you just go in there, throw it in, and whatever it gives you, you post it down. No. Use these AI tools to prime your thinking. Use these AI tools to give your brainstorming sessions materials to work with, to play around. And at the end of the day, you have to put in your metaphoric breath into it. You breathe your own life into the content that ChatGPT has given to you. Very important. All right, the next tools we have, so ChatGPT, OpenAI, Jasper AI. These are awesome tools when it comes to writing and content creating. For image generation, the tools I explore the most, to be honest, are image generation tools, video generation tools, and then sound. I just like exploring AI tools that allow me generate sounds, instrumentals, because I edit videos a lot. So AI tools that allow me generate instrumentals, generate sound effects, generate images I can use for my compositing, during video editing. So I really enjoy it. And as I'm speaking to you, I love having this conversation, because I wish I can just tell you, just be excited about exploring tools and then start mastering it. Start asking yourself, how do I bring it in? How is it going to be a bar raiser for me in my work? Just have those conversations with yourself. For image generation, I think the IFA of them all, number one is Midjourney. But Midjourney is not free. So if you're on this call, and you are an aspiring content creator, you might not have the money to pay for Midjourney just yet, but whatever the case is, there are other AI tools you can explore for image generation that are just as good. I want to try to, there are free AI tools for image generation. Somebody's already crying. OpenArt, oh my God, I love OpenArt. Let's see if I can quickly share something. All right, I want to quickly show you guys so I was just trying out different prompts. I'm also going to read out, I think maybe I will drop it in the chat, a prompt that I gave to OpenArt to generate this picture. I'm sharing a different screen. That's why I stopped sharing. Let me just quickly show this. We are running out of time, and I have to start rounding up really soon. I'll read the prompt just so you understand that you have to be creative in how you use these AI tools. I'm going to be sharing another screen. Where is my photo up? Once it comes up, please just confirm it to me. Mary. Okay. Is it up?
Not yet. Okay, it's up now. Yeah.
Is it up yet?
Yes.
I don't know if the pictures are really clear, but trust me, this picture the details in this picture is crazy. It's crazy. And I'm just going to quickly read you, and I'll drop the prompt in the chat too. So the prompt I gave to you was OpenArt. I used to generate this. I think OpenArt gives you a couple of free credits every day. I can't remember the exact amount. So you can use that to generate as many pictures. I think around 10 pictures or so. So try OpenArt. So the prompt I gave to OpenArt was: a young Nigerian lad, no older than 23 years, sits hunched over a modest reading table in the corner of his cramped, dimly lit room. The single window is half covered with an old curtain, fluttering. I can't go into all the details. I'll just send it. It's actually pretty long. The prompt is really long. And you can tell by the details you can tell that the prompt is really detailed by what you see, in the picture. So it's not just about, you need to keep practicing prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is not like there's any serious engineering to it. It's really just you being as descriptive as you can be, pretty much. It's just being as descriptive as you can be. I'm sending the prompt in the chat. so you can just see how detailed it was, just to give you an idea. It's not just that, oh, give me a picture of a Nigerian boy. A Nigerian boy you're gonna get, maybe a Nigerian boy with a long ear. All right. So you want to make sure that you are practicing prompt engineering even as a content creator. So that's just talk about tools for creating image generation. So I'm sharing back my screen. Tools for image generation. So we have that Midjourney, OpenArt. I know OpenArt gives some free credits. Leonardo AI is also awesome. ChatGPT also generates pictures, right? That's what for me, when it's just something basic, maybe I need a clip art or something for a presentation I'm working on, just go straight to ChatGPT. It gives those kind of, but if I need realistic pictures that paint it very real, I explore other image generation AI tools. You can try Microsoft Designer. It's free. It's a free tool, but you have to prompt it. The prompting is not as the images you get are not as detailed and sharp as you would get on Midjourney, OpenArt, but it's also really good. So try out these tools. It's not just about having conversations about this. In whatever it is that you are doing, if you're a video creator, if you're a video editor, you definitely need B-rolls. You do compositing on your videos. You need B-rolls, all right? You need all those things in your videos. Use AI to get those things, so you are not searching. We've gone past those days of cramming free Pixabay, Pixels. You cram like 50 sites where you can get free pictures. We have gone past those days. Maximize these tools that we have, and just make the very most of them. Now for video generation, I feel like this is the major game changer in Gen AI. Creating videos. We can't go deep into all of these things. I have some tabs open on my PC, my other PC at the moment. So some works that I've been doing and all of that. You just see that it's amazing. I'll see if I can just spare 2 minutes and just maybe show you one more thing before we wrap up. But try out these tools. Try Runway, try Luma, try Hello. These are tools that I've tested, I've vouched that on these platforms, even if you are not able to pay for the paid version, you can try out the free versions. They give you a couple of iterations, and you can actually enjoy using these tools. Then for voice and audio generation, this is, if you're a video editor, you know how difficult it can be getting the exact sound effect you need, or you have it in your head that, oh, in this particular transition, this is the sound that is going to be that's going to happen. This is what will happen. Blah blah blah. You have all those things in your head, but you don't actually know. You don't see it on most of these editing apps. Sometimes you have to buy sound effects, and you buy, but still it doesn't really hit home. There are AI tools for generating sound effects. Try them out. I use 11 Labs. I make use of Suno. I've tried Udio, but I actually prefer making use of Suno. Suno for generating instrumentals is just beautiful, right? I used it for one of that I edited this week. I actually used Suno to generate the instrumental. And the reason why it's beautiful is because, so I'll just give you the process that I used for that. It was a video regarding, so I work in the education consulting space, and for most of us that already know, there was a recent news on USA, right? US visas, and we have a lot of people in our industry, that want to go study in the USA. So we needed to put out that information. And it was a video that I wanted to have a conversation with people so that they know that, because part of the rule that USA released with the new update was that there's going to be extensive social media checks. So if you post online about, Donald Trump is this, you're on your own. When you get to the visa point, you are going to know or not that is going to affect you, but there's going to be extensive visa checks at visa regarding all those information that you put out. And I wanted to pass that information across, but we wanted it to be, when I was working with the team, we wanted it to be a conversation where you are first who goes from, we are inspiring you, you have that, and it goes to it. But we needed an instrumental that would give us, that feel. And what we did was we ran the script we had written, GPT, told ChatGPT to analyze the script. We told ChatGPT, I remember we told ChatGPT that, oh, you are an expert music producer, you're an expert sound engineer, you understand the effect of tunes in the minds of people. From that, look at this script, analyze all the points, give us a prompt that we can pass through Suno AI to generate an instrumental that will take into account all the different touch points in this video. And I wish I could play that video for you guys. We don't have the time for that. I don't know if you know all these details in content creation, you will just see how that sound in that video was, a game changer. So AI creation tools for voice, audio generation, try 11 Labs. Most people also have issues when you record. Say you've not gotten the money to buy a mic, right? And you want your audio to be really clean. You can try Crisp AI. I personally use Adobe Podcast a lot when I need to shoot a video. I am not using the audio to sound as though it's studio-like. Like I shot it in a studio with a professional mic. Just make of Adobe Podcast AI tool. Excellent notification. All right. So you want to try that out. For research and analytics, try Boss Sumo, Phrase.io, and software SEO. We can't go into all of these details, but that as a content creator, you need to analyze, you need to get, insider feel of what is going on in your industry. Core skills you need to master. I'm closing, I'm wrapping up already. Core skills to master, you need to master Gen AI tools, prompt engineering. I can't use anymore because I've already spoken about it. Critical thinking. As much as Gen AI tools are going to give you so much liberty, you need to understand that it's even now that it's more important to be able to critically think, because you prompt ChatGPT to give you content back. If you don't have sense enough to even know what is needed, how would you know that what it has given to you is not correct or it's not what is needed? All right. So thinking, very important. Adaptability. These are all soft skills, storytelling as well. Storytelling is the backbone of content creation. I wish I had all the time to speak about this. If you're a content creator on this call, any form of content, take it from me as an instruction. In fact, an inspired instruction I'm giving to you. Go and master storytelling. There are books, there are resources. Just as a recommendation, one of the books I can never forget I read for storytelling is, the name came to me now and just left, but I think it's by Matthew Dix, Storyworthy. Yes. Read Storyworthy. It's going to give you the basic framework you need to know about storytelling. Read books, expand your creativity. Put in material that will help you to become really creative in telling your stories and in communicating them. Curiosity, I put it in asterisk because it's not really a skill. I think it's something we all need, especially in this age. Be curious. When you see things happening, don't just, oh wow, you were scrolling on Twitter and you saw an ad. Google just released VO3 or so is coming for creators. Don't just, oh wow, or just read it and pass. Try to just, even if you're not going to use the tool, just look it up, try it out. Just try to, get excited about those, be curious. And at this point, I think I'm just going to draw the curtain on the conversation. I would like to take questions. Please, whatever questions you have, whatever concerns you have. I don't know what the style is for this. Mary, you just helped me. I did drop it in the chat. You want them to unmute. So I have a few minutes. We'll just take questions and then I would hand over to Mary. Mary, if you can hear me, we can take questions now.
Yes, I can hear you. So they can unmute and ask their question. I think someone dropped a concern on the message on the app. Yeah, Jennifer says he dropped a message, said the problem is that some of these free app.
Mm-hmm.
So
some of them will allow you edit.
Yeah.
Edit and all, but when you are done, you can't save because it's free. The app will not allow you to save your work. I don't know what tools they're referring to, but in the examples that I gave to you, OpenArt allows you to save your. I used that picture you saw. I did it with a free account on OpenArt, and I still have about 25 credits or so. It's per day, every day. So OpenArt allows you to have a free account. Obviously, there are some pro features you can access, but it's not watermarked. You generate the picture, you can download it. OpenArt watermark is not on it. You are able to download it. Try OpenArt. ChatGPT also, right? I don't know the specific version of ChatGPT now that allows you to create pictures, but just you can look that up and set it as your default, ChatGPT, version to use. ChatGPT allows you as well. I think Leonard AI too. I've not really used Leonard, but from what I hear, it allows you, generate images and you're able to save. Jennifer, please, if you want to ask more, please feel free to unmute. I can see your hand is up.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you
Yes,
hear
we
me?
I
can.
can hear you.
Okay. So the thing is that there is this story I've been working on I think since on Tuesday. So there's this story I've been working on. I can like at some point, I think as at yesterday, I gave up because I really don't know what to do anymore. So I actually got the story from ChatGPT. So my story prompt, and I also give it to illustration, a prompt to create illustration and all. No, what was in my head was to make it, these trending videos of storytelling. You tell the AI what to do for you, the video
Mm-hmm.
part. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For video
Yes,
generation, right?
yes. But I couldn't get it. I have gone through TikTok, like I have gone through like all this when I am watching the video, I am trying to edit it, but it's not working. At some place I just get stopped. And I try using the picture. Then I went to CapCut and put the story there so that it's going to like tell the story because I wanted the faceless content. But at the end of the day I found that what I was expecting was not what I got. So I don't know.
So,
Then there was this.
sorry, just to
You said,
clarify, just
okay,
to clarify, so I'm sure that I understand what you are saying. So you were to create a video. You were using AI to create a video. Is that correct?
a story video, yes. Like
Or
all
is it
this
a
is
written story? A
like I
story.
got it.
Okay. So the
Like
problem you are having is it with the graphics in the video or the audio?
I was looking for. I don't mind paying for an app that's going to give me what I want, but then I haven't gotten. Do you get even the picture ones now? The ones I'm getting, like I have to get pictures from different apps to work on. And the thing was like frustrating because by the time you're getting to this side, it's telling you another thing. But I heard that there's an app that actually you just put in your whole prompt there and it gives you what you want. But then I've not seen the one I tried using. When like I've opened different accounts, the one I tried using, the watermark on the listing or the video at the end of the day was just so mighty. Like I had to run. I was like, what is this? I did not steal from your app. So why is the watermark on my video mighty like that? So I just had to run on install the app and all. So I don't know if there's like um an app that can give you video and sound. Just give it the story and it delivers. Like it gives the video, the sound and everything. Like all these dramatic something. Like I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know
I
too.
understand you. So I understand you. Or let me. I'm trying to understand you because at the end of the day, your creation or the production, whatever it is that you're producing, it's only as good as the prompt that you're giving to it. So my first assumption will be that your prompt is not yet there. That's the first assumption. Then the second thing would be that okay, go on.
Okay, for the prompt, right? I got the story from their GPT, and I after getting the story, I had to need to break it into scenes, giving
Mm-hmm.
prompt illustration on how to generate these images, which it did. So now by the time I put it there, it's not giving me what I want. Though ChatGPT can allow you to create to on a free this thing, free mode.
Yeah,
You can use only video, only two pictures a day from a
yeah.
story. I don't know about people. But then the other apps I tried, I think I tried this hello hello
Hello
what
AI.
again?
Yeah.
Yes, I've tried that one. Then I tried Google VO 3 and
Yeah.
Leonardo
Try runway.
Event.
Try runway.
Okay, okay. For
Try
the video,
runway.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
for the video, try runway. So I think off the top of my head, runway right now in terms of details and aptness to give you deliver on prompt, it's currently the best. I know people have been having hearing conversations regarding Google VO3. I've not used it much, but I hear that it's actually very, very detailed. So I don't know about that, but try runway. So I'm going to. I'm actually interested in this converse. This I would like to see how this ends with you. I'm going to put up my number at the end of this, so you can take that and chat me up. So even after this meeting, we can still speak. All right. Any other
Okay.
question? My boss wants to speak again.
Please, I came late. How can I get the? Hmm.
You
Hello?
came late. Mary has to speak to that. I don't know if they are charging a couple $100 for this session. I don't know. She has to speak to that. If there's a recording, I don't know.
Okay. Just to attend to that, so we will have the recording available on our YouTube channel. So I'll be dropping the link to all of our social media channel. You follow us, and you would definitely have this particular section on the YouTube channel. That's the recording.
Awesome. So yeah, awesome. So you're not charging
So
dollars. I
where
mean,
can I get the link from?
I'll be dropping it in the chat box now.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the link to all of our social media and the YouTube channel. So you can just go there, subscribe, and after the section, you would see the video showing both the audio, the presentation, and everything. The slides. It will be uploaded on the YouTube channel.
also questions, please.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Okay, so I think I'm just going to round up here. So you can contact me. I'm going to drop this contact information in the chat as well. You can chat me up on WhatsApp. You can email me. That's my email at benaya@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Benaya Veteran. So feel free to to chat me up, ask me whatever questions you have, whatever it is really. If you're an aspiring content creator, whatever, you have follow-up questions, feel free to chat me up. Let's have a conversation after this. And I'm hoping all of you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Mary, over to you.
All right. Thank you, and thank you again. So I don't know, but then this section to me, it's I'm happy to be here. Like I said, it's I'm happy I was here. Even though I'm not into content creation, but then I'm just trying to look at how there are a lot of tools that there are a lot of AI tools that we are yet to know about, talk more of using them. So it's just for us to dig in and know what works best for you in your own section. In fact, now it's like I'm motivated to go into content creation. So thank you so much, sir. I truly appreciate the time and the work that you put into the presentation. And most especially, it's also an honor to at least you are free for further conversation for people that still want to learn more outside this section. That's so wonderful. It's not something that everybody can just be open to. So I would like to say thank you for that. Like I said in the beginning, it's a section that concerns everybody. Yes, whether you're a content creator or not, AI, like he said, AI has come to stay. Yeah, there is something that he said in the beginning. He said if you are like, this AI is not my thing, that ideology, you should delete it. So please delete it. It has come to stay. There are a lot of things that you are doing, regardless of what sector that you are in. There is still an AI tool that would be of help to you, just for you to be able to discover that and maximize that. So let's keep learning and keep researching to know what is pertaining to us in the world of AI. Like he said, there is something that he made mention about storytelling. It's something that stuck with me on the from the section. So when I saw that picture of the boy in the room, I was like, hey, it's no longer about you have to use camera, go and get a picture somewhere of what you want. You can just sit in the comfort of your room, just be able to describe what you want, and you get it. So it's really an interesting section. So like I said, I've dropped all the links to our social media pages. You can follow us up there to get updates on all of our activities. Like I said, YouTube channel, you always have the recording of our section. You miss any month, you can always go there to check it up. We always have diverse topic. It can be on anything, and believe me, it's always interesting. On our LinkedIn page, it's also there. We have posts there on a weekly basis, as the case may be. It can come twice, three times a week. So there are just a lot of contents here that you can follow us on, especially updates on our trainings that are available, and all of our programs. You'll get that on our Instagram page, LinkedIn page, Facebook page also. So please do well to follow us on those pages to stay um informed on our activities. So thank you so much, Mr. Veteran. I'm really happy to be a part of this and to have you here this evening. Thank you for honoring our invitation. I think we'll be drawing the curtain here. So thank you everybody for joining us this evening, and we'll see you next month, last Saturday of July. Thank you and have a wonderful evening, everybody.